you're tired of being censored on social media, join 60s.net. It's black owned, black operated, and black moderated, and we make sure it stays a safe space for us to talk about all things black culture. We also got some cool gear like the FDM cotton crew neck, the Fearless Ancestors tee, hats, and more. Check us out at 60s.net.
Hey girl, why are you so sad?
I just got banned from Twitter again.
Should have been on 60s.net. Ah.
All right. Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. I am your host, beatzillapdx officially. And as you are coming in, please hit the like and share button. And if you are not already subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button so you can participate in the chat and the discussion along with the family. If you are not subscribed, you will not make it into the chat. So let's see who we got in the house tonight. All right. We got my chief moderator, viewer 1 in the house. Queen Adia. Esmont. Aam Mayat Bay. Sebastian Shaw. Judah Queen. Rochelle Howard. We got Portland in the house. Desmond Works. What's going on? Tasha Peters. Aboriginal Woman 61. CH464. What's going on, brother? Silent D Productions in the house. All right. So let's get into it, shall we? This is, of course, the midweek report. We are talking about Olympic-style white privilege, which we have clearly seen play out this week. And, of course, as y'all know, for the past week or so, I've been dealing with this topic of white privilege. And I guess the white supremacists on TikTok didn't like that. So I have been permanently banned for making videos that address white privilege. And now what's so funny is one of the things that I've actually got banned for is my thumbnail for one of my broadcasts. So this is how badly they are hurt when we speak the truth and show the truth of just simply what this land is, what this world is, and how their anti-blackness is being even harder to be hidden these days. You know? So, right on into the first tidbit of news in anti-black news. This brother finally has been released from prison after 44 years. And, you know, some of these Carolyn Bryant types, although there's not evidence, and there's evidence that proves otherwise, they still hold on to the story. Hence again, showing where white privilege comes in. This is the white privilege of the crying white woman. So let's check this out, shall we?
Had enough. We got 44 years. We're happy with that. We're tired. We want it behind us. He went in guilty. He's still guilty, and he'll die guilty. We got our 44 years. Praise God. Can y'all please hold it down? There's one next door. Yes, ma'am. Please hold it down. Come on out.
So, we have a lot of these stories. He's still guilty for something that he has always claimed innocence of, and then is finally freed because he's actually innocent. But you know what they say about liars? Sometimes they lie so long that they start believing the lie. And I wouldn't be surprised, because when you think of the type of children that these women birth, like this, um, it would kind of give you an idea. Oh, okay, well, I can understand totally why things are what they are, and how you can have that attitude after so long of somebody being proven to be innocent. Because, see, this is the simple thing and the difference about liars. Liars don't typically prove or admit that they're lying. Usually a liar just continues to lie. So to cover their lie, then they lie some more. Then they lie some more. Then they lie some more until eventually the lies just catch up with them. And, the rest is usually an inevitable conclusion of when people are found out. Like this. See, we can never forget January 6th. You understand what I'm saying? So we understand that on this day in history, for none of this to be severely punished on a grand scale, as many people as we see, well, then that is a very clear showing to the world that white privilege is very much intact. Is it not? And then you add to that, you have the media, the mainstream, live stream, lamestream media, who will do nothing but make excuses for this type of behavior. And also make excuses for the fact that even Joe Biden isn't looking to really punish these people. But his very same DOJ has closed the books, closed the case on Emmett Till and on Tamir Rice, but has no smoke for these terrorists. However, though, he just got New York more money for crime. Now what is he doing? Now he has Eric Adams moving into the realm of, back into the space of blaming rap music. Not rap labels, but rap music and the artists. Well, we all know that multimedia corporations are not ran by black people. So much so that Master P has had to go sell all these other products. So if media was that lucrative for black folks, especially foundational black Americans, then I would think Master P, of all people, would already have a network on TV, don't you think? As many things that he does that there is no limit to. Even he figured that was a too large of a mountain to even worry about climbing. Not that there is no limit to that, but how much do you want to put in no limit to make it work against that beast? So for all intents and purposes, I can totally understand why Master P does not have a multimedia conglomerate, which he should. But you know what you're up against when, of course, this is Master P. As soon as he announces it, half these people, as soon as their contract is up, is beating down his door. Hey, maybe I'm just speaking something into existence. I would take a better chance on him than Byron Allen. I'm just saying. Master P, at first, he came out doing the Versace thing, right? What did he do? Instead of continuing on the Versace Gucci shirt path, he switched it up and made it no limit gear from head to toe. And we seeing rappers now in 2022 crying Because Gucci, who has already shown you they were racist, is not even treating you like you spending almost $30,000 because they don't care. Because they've already shown you they were racist and you're stupid enough to still keep going in their store. Not to mention, you were up here when everybody else was boycotting them because of their racism. You were the one that said, oh no, screw all the rest of y'all niggas. I'm just finna go over here and get what I want to do because I got the bag to spend. And anybody got something to say, y'all ain't hard to find. Well, then you have to hold your own nuts now. Because see, when we were saying, let's stick together, you said, I ain't standing with y'all niggas. Don't holler racism now. That's that Omarosa stuff. Oh man, they racist. Okay, queen. Oh, Nika Shalom. That's nigga. Help me. Oh my God. Y'all, if y'all ain't never seen Queen, when there's a point in the movie where she has a moment of clarity when they sicken them dogs on her. You understand what I'm saying? What's this say? I need to see you on Spaces, sir, respectfully, whenever you are unblocked. I don't even know how you got in this chat. No, I don't have to debate irrelevancy. See, this is a platform with content. And we've already aired out the truth here. So I don't know what more I can do for you. You can apologize for tying me into your bullshit, Mr. Conscious Outlaw. Tagging me in absolute nonsense that I told you to leave me out of. What is there to debate? That you're so hurt that you are now in my chat as a disgruntled one, being as messy as the other. So I have a woman in my inbox that I don't mess with. And now you here talking about debate me in a space? Anyway. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's funny. That is funny. See, this is the problem with people. Clout. Clout's a beast. Ego's even worse. And so here's a person who had all the opportunity to have reached out long before now, but instead wanted to do a whole bunch of videos. Then you got roasted to Kingdom Come. Now you're saying, well, let me debate for what? You already out here bitching the men. I hope you guys are hearing some of these messages you're getting out here because it's being said, clout chasing, you're hearing that part quite often. And that ain't even coming out of my mouth. See, here's the point with track record. Time. I got that. Do you? See, before my situations, I have been this. I have people who have known me for over 20 years in my chat. I'm not speaking anything that, matter of fact, let's even be more frank. I have people in my chat who watch this broadcast who have babysat me. Shout out Jackie. Thank you. So am I lying? Come on, man. But these cats, they see this, they see what a person is after years of building relationships, and then you hop in this space and like, oh man, I gotta get some of that. What is that? Why do people like this person? Well, I guess one thing is because I'm not a hater. So when I give love out, it comes back to me just like I wrote. It's another thing. Cloud chasers. No, I cash as I pay taxes on music. I'm not cloud chasing, sir. Weirdos. No, I'm not debating anything about any nothing because it's funny. In the midst of me talking about Jim Jones, vanity slaves, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Judah Queen. A vanity slave. But in this instance, it's attention. So it's like, and again, what have I told y'all about the root of vanity? We know who the author of that is. Most High ain't the author of confusion, so no, you need to go walk in the dark and the light and all of that madness over there somewhere else, sir. There's nothing to debate. When I'm walking in the light, what am I debating on such a low base level? A book that you can't even understand or comprehend half of it? Man, please. If you could, then you could teach it without people knowing you're teaching it. In the meantime, we have enemies everywhere, clearly. And Bleeding Gums Murphy still talking crazy. Sebastian Shaw. Yes, 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 they are. And I don't even know why they would even attempt to show their face in the chat. Because, I mean, I could really, really go in, but it's not really relevant because these people just want relevance. And again, hopefully you haven't left yet, man. So, you actually can make your appearance. Here you go.
Every time I have always played the fool.
All right, hope you guys. Let's clap it up for Judas Outlaw, y'all. Woohoo! Man! Woohoo! Say it again, brother.
Every time I have always played the fool.
Yikes! We go debate. Oh, that's funny. Who, you and the other one? Man, how the hell do you get pee whooped without even getting the pee? Smoker Chronicles, live from the bando. It's the big Hebrew from Hades. Get your ass out of here, man. Check this out,
Tuesday night, it's been a lot of talk about drill rap, drill music, New York City, connecting violence with the culture. And I just wanted to create a conversation with the mayor. We brought Fabio here. We got Young B Love here. We got Sloan Bucks here. We got Bleezy here to talk about, what's really happening so the mayor can get a real perspective and a real understanding of what drill rap is. And so that, we could have some real dialogue and really start to really make things happen.
And we're going to roll out something together on the whole conversation, and we're looking forward to it. And I appreciate you, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for having us out.
Whoo, New York, New York, New York. Now, see, I don't even understand if the rappers that are meeting with this dude are really understanding what is absolutely happening. What's going on right here? Oh, yeah, by the way, man, see, this is what's happening when you actually give content. You break stuff like this down. So anyway, these people here are going to be used as a face to kind of usher in this little push, because when you're pushing on rap music, what are you really doing? It's an attack on culture, black culture. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have an attack on black culture, oh yeah, like it. It's like we gotta figure out how we get it. Basically, the grassroots COINTELPRO, just like the Judas Outlaw you just saw pop up in the chat looking for a debate. Now I guess, the relevancy of them videos has fell off. It is what it is. One who cares. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And he said, trash music owned by the synagogue of Satan. Absolutely. And these people know that. So what they're doing is they're going to use this little move to kind of get a whole new crime bill going. And that's why I'm telling y'all, keep an eye on New York, because New York is a federal state. So when they can start pushing stuff like this in New York, this stuff could very easily be enacted into federal law. Because you can see how these people, look at how they're doing about these judge picks, these black women judge picks. Have you noticed that the Republicans and the Democrats are both cheering on these people? You got people like Mitch McConnell and was it John Ryan or whatever, coming out to talk on these people's behalf? Any one of those picks is a bad pick at this point. When you getting endorsed by Joe Biden, Jim Clyburn, and Mitch McConnell, that's a big no. Oh, no. We cannot do that. We cannot do that one at all. No. Oh, my Lordy me. You know what, though, family? Let this be a lesson at the fact that this dude can even pop up in my chat. How much I don't go around blocking people because I'm not a biatch. Anyway, let's see where we at. Did I get this in here? Damn it. It didn't load in here. Okay, I got to get this video. I got to download this video. Bear with me, family. Wait. Oh, the first. Gregory Van Leer. What is going on? Welcome. Yeah, you finally caught a live, brother. You know, hey, man, but the replay is still good, though. You just be missing the action in the well, actually, no, I think you catch the chat replays. It's just you're not participating. But man, welcome, my brother. Yes, indeed. So let's see, which one do I want to show you first? I think I want to show you this one. And wait, let me look at this real quick. Let me see if this is what it is. Okay, yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. So, family, check this out. Oh, okay. So remember when I told you it was going to be, we're going into this election year, and they understand fully that we are pushing hard. We're pushing a hard line. So they are now, the Democrats are starting to put their plans out, and they are taking the new approach this time around is distraction, number one. So just like if you're in the spaces with the one who was just in here, most of their spaces will be about like, well, go at coons, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool. I mean, you can spend all night talking about coons, but they aren't actually involving anything about policy. If you have a coon that's in a position, that matters. But an irrelevant person arguing on Twitter spaces, that's not really relevant. But I mean, it is entertaining. So, I mean, if you guys want to designate yourselves as entertainment, then maybe you guys should designate it like this isn't a space for entertainment and other people's intellect for us to kind of leech off of. I mean, for us to kind of promote. And, hey, man, you guys could do things that way. Here is news and politics. That's actually what I did. That's the category that I did. Another category you could probably put me in would be education. But, for all intents and purposes here, I guess we do it all. And that's how you create content. The music, mine. I don't have to be over somebody else's shit. Doesn't seem like we're in the same place there, does it, buddy? So anyway, like I was saying, the Democrats are really on this pander kick, and they're sending out the COINTELPRO agents to disrupt spaces, to disrupt our conversation out here, and to disrupt our focus from dismantling white supremacy, which means you have to see what I have in the title. I'm titling this Olympic Style White Privilege. It's no mystery who I'm going after and who I target. Why? Because the system of white supremacy is our ultimate enemy. Not wasting a bunch of time arguing with immigrants about what we already know is ours. Because let's worry about securing what's ours versus arguing, wasting time with these people. But hey, man, if that's what y'all want to fuck, man, more power to you. Clap it up my hammy. I'm not wasting my time on that. Y'all want to be the new Sarnetta? You go right on ahead. But as the group that I was already a part of, that subsequently is how I even come to know about who Polite is. You guys is trying to do the whole same thing over again. This debate. Ooh-wee. Sarnetta 2.0. Boy, I guess they say every 10 years or so, everything come back around. So here we go again with people trying to debate a bunch of irrelevant topics that are time wasting. That's coward conversation to me. I'm about empowerment. And empowerment is focusing on the task at hand, which is our enemy, the system of white supremacy and injustice, replacing it with a system of justice. One of those elements are reparations. Not just arguing with irrelevant people who know they ain't got no ties and claims on reparations. We don't have to debate that. But y'all like to, so I mean, by all means, go ahead. But I want the learned and more critical thinking people to understand what I'm saying to you right now. Because when you see these distractionary spaces and then you see things like this.
Hi, welcome to the White House. Hi, how are you? Hi. Happy Valentine's Day!
See, it's pander time. And one of the things that helps the pander and helps weaken a movement is distraction. So when you see people who were just praising white Jesus just maybe less than 5 years ago have FBA in their names, there typically should be a red flag to you. And then, like I say, go and examine a person's page. Look at what their actual content is. Does it really look empowering when you see it? Or does it look more about me-ism when you see it? Anyway, moving right along. So this other situation just happened. Pandering to children develops a white savior mentality. You know what's even worse? Valley Ray, what's going on, my brother? What's even worse is when you teach your children the white savior mentality. And then you come into these pro-black spaces now, and then have to undo all of that white Jesus brainwashing that you was doing to your children. Now they're saying, well, hey, Mom, you told me this. Stay out my DMs. So check it out. Because, see, when you send your kids out there unprepared, man, sometimes things can go wrong because they don't understand boundaries.
Go right out there, go right out there. Talking to Andrew. Right here. Get up. Get up. Get up. Right here. Go outside right now. Go outside right now. You're talking to Andrew. What are you going to do? You know I can have my face. Oh, shit. Come outside. Come outside.
Oh, shit!
Yo!
No, bro. Chill. Brian, get out. Brian, leave. Holy shit.
Nah, nigga, what the fuck?
Holy shit. Oh, no. Holy fuck. Yo, it's because he's black. Racially motivated.
Woo! So, see how the police just rushed in? You know, some of these people out here, these black folks in these spaces that call themselves so militant and all of this. See, that cop ran in there, jumped straight on that young brother. Straight up on there. And then they just gonna politely sit the other little white dude down. Oh, well, he just sit over here. Put my elbow off in your neck. Man. Zanae J, that's a new name in the chat. Welcome. TJ. And again, you know, I got you. If you're watching this broadcast and wondering why you cannot get into or type into the chat, because you have to be subscribed. So go hit the subscribe button, and then you can enter into the chat, enjoy the conversation with the family here, and you know, Booginas in the house. What's going on? So you know, as y'all coming in, please hit the like and share button. Share this broadcast on your social media, because you know, although this is a small platform, we still get shadow banned because we speak the truth over here. And like I said, I just got banned off of TikTok because I was talking about white privilege, and they don't really like that. TJ, welcome. Yes, indeed. All right, we got the full house tonight. So again, like I was saying about the distractions, you know what I'm saying? Desmond, yes, love the truth. When we have people that want to put the COINTELPRO, because this is a strong movement. You have to understand how much damage this has done since 2020. So you're gonna have a lot of people saying, "Ooh, I want to be able to get up into these spaces." But see, the part about it is people don't understand. For those of us in the, I've been identified as a militant, so I will go with the determinations that other people have put on me. One of them being called a radical. So, you know, a radical militant. But I haven't done anything violent, militant, other than what they could say in defending myself. But because it was against the white man, then that was enough to say, hey, you need to get these charges. Because no way you should be defending yourself. You need to let yourself be a victim, even if he admits attacking you. That's neither here nor there. We just really don't like guns. Oh, yeah, it's legal and all, but yeah, you're black. Welcome to Oregon. But don't get it twisted. There is so many other cities and states that just got the same thing. It's a whole nother thing. Oh, dumb over here, dumb. You in the ass, man. Then I still pop one. I'm gonna need y'all so-called armchair sidewalk sucker revolutionary wannabes to sit down. Because I don't know what you think I got to prove. I ain't got a damn thing to prove to you. I'm gonna put my time in. Just because you're seeing me now here late in your life. Man, please. No. And to deal with a 50-year-old cloud chaser, ooh, Lord, that's the overhill blues, baby. And, I feel for you, sister. But I mean, one thing is for certain, you still have a way with words or whatever you do because you still got these sidewalk suckers following you. And, hey, man, may y'all rock out with whatever you trying to do on the entertainment level of things because it won't be any more than that. But that's cool. Everybody needs to be entertained. I guess if everybody wants to kind of sit and listen to people go back and forth about African coons and we told you for a long time how they feel about us. And now you're finally hearing it. You know what I'm saying? You say you should be honored when they recognize you as a militant. Absolutely. Absolutely. Been on an FBI watch list for the last 15 years. Me and a few other people from my city. So that's a whole nother thing that y'all probably aren't aware of. Because here they always like to smoke screen Black Lives Matter over what actual organization is here. And that's actually Don't Shoot PDX. Shout out to my homegirl, Teresa Rayford. So for some people who might know about my history here, would know. But I mean, for those who don't, then you're seeing this online. And, well, hey, man, this guy, he just talks and he just breaks down videos and stuff. I don't really know why I can't do that. Well, you can. Nothing's stopping you. Now, do you know these people like I know them? No. Have you had my experiences that I've had with in different situations in different places? No. Well, then that's why I can give certain information and you can give whatever information you have from your space. But from what I'm seeing, while I'm giving information from my experiences for other people to learn and grow and build on, I'm just looking at videos with you doing TikTok challenges and dancing. And then maybe get 3 minutes of a scripture and you could tell me that one word was changed. Okay, we understand the different versions. What does it mean, though? I'm giving too many free tips away of how to actually be effective. If you hit me up for a consulting fee now, I give nothing more to you for free. That's a consulting fee now. Because if you're going to complain about the information that people give you and say, well, that was wrong information. TikTok is satanic. What's interesting about TikTok? Have y'all looked on y'all phones and see how much space that takes? I'm almost like, thank you. Like to see it's like taking up 6 gigs on my phone. It's like, what kind of app is this? There's no app that is that big. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is crazy. So anyway, we are going to get into this. Matter of fact, so before I get to the Sha'Carri piece, we got to get to the Super Bowl halftime. Yikes. Oh, man, you know what? I almost forgot. And just for the sake of, man, look who showed up in the chat tonight. Shout out to Conscious Outlaw. He made an appearance tonight, boy. The one and only Judas has showed up. Said, hey, everybody. How y'all doing? I want to debate on spaces because that makes sense. Because after I saw your roast, it was like this. Oh, Lord, how did he do me so bad? Oh, Lord, I just can't take it. I just can't take it. Ooh, you really don't want that smoke. So enough of the patty bag for today. We are on task, and we will stay there. So halftime Sunday was, of course, it was filled with color, blackness. And just looking at the responses, everybody was so hot and bothered and upset. Like, oh my Lord, why is it so black? That's a political statement. A political statement for him. You know, something that I thought of too. Because family, I knew when I seen the lineup for halftime, I was like, this is going to be some shit. But one thing that would have probably could have like smoothed it over, they could have actually had the Red Hot Chili Peppers playing. Because the Red Hot Chili Peppers are from LA and they are the only white rock band that was like on a rap label. So outside of them, I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? However, just to say, I'm just saying as in thinking ahead of how these demons operate, Eminem wasn't enough. Jesus, these people was upset. So let's just look at some responses from these good old societal Americans. Because, you know, back a few, what was that, 2019 going into 2020, all of 2020 going into election, all of these brain dead, lead paint chip eating Biden sexuals kept telling us that racism and white supremacy began and originated on earth with Donald Trump. Well, I don't think so. I beg to differ. Oh, I beg to differ. So here's Nick Adams. He's a check. See, he got the blue check. The Super Bowl halftime show should feature a marching band instead of godless musicians with crude lyrics and criminal records. America. Man, he was real upset at this. This was just too much for people. Oh, he's taking a knee. So some people are, you said the Sucker Bowl? Well, you didn't watch any of the Sucker Bowl. The halftime joint is on YouTube, so, you know, you can watch it. This is such meth behavior. Never forget. So, again, the people that are complaining are like these type of people. I guess we should take them seriously. Oh, but I didn't want to show that one yet. Let's get to this. Here's another one. Dear NFL and Pepsi, what was the message of the halftime show? What you mean, what was the message of the halftime show? What was it supposed to be? It's a halftime show, genius. So typically, halftime shows are entertaining with entertainers. So this one was a black music showcase of LA hip hop that really put LA on the map, and, you know, one of those big to-dos with Dr. Dre influencing a whole genre of music. And not to mention how many white country artists get their songs written by black rappers. Whoops, better check those credits. How many songs does Future or Slim Thug have over there in country music? But you're still crying and complaining. The Super Bowl halftime sucks big time. And racist halftime show ever. No white people. Oh, Zanae says, should those bands be Iowa State or Grambling State marching bands. Right, a marching band. Since when a marching band been playing in the Super Bowl halftime show? Eminem was the only white person in the entire performance. Excuse me. Pacing T. Hey. I just have one question to these people. Man, why does everything got to be about race, man? Wow, man. Everything always got to be about race with you people, man. Jeez. The conservative moi. Oh, too easy. Mr. Cheek Clapper. Oh, yeah, there's a winner name for you right there. At NFL, why are Hall making it a point to have absolutely no white people in the halftime show? Excuse me, sir, that's not absolutely true. You did have Eminem, which is a certified Caucasian. So we do understand that Eminem is white. So, sir, I'm not certain to where your information is coming from, but there was one white man on stage. Why does everybody overlook Anderson .Paak being on stage as well? Everybody just forget that he was on drums. Maybe shout out to Anderson .Paak because he was slamming. It's like, yeah, go ahead and get yours, brother. He don't have to sing too. He just get a chance to play drums. I know how fun that is. Truth hurts. Wow. Sad that the NFL has degraded to nigger crap. The NFL has lost its mind. And these are tweets. I mean, literally, these are tweets. Jeez. I mean, the level of racism in these people is off the charts, man. Imagine. Now, this is Douglas A. Kilbrew. Imagine that. The leader of Nigger Lives Matter, like the halftime show where they buried a white man better than their job. I'm not even sure what the hell that means. Buried a white man better at their job than they are. But they should be used to being better than them at their jobs. At least we show up to ours. And as you can clearly see who he was responding to. He was so LeBron James is part of NLM. Oh, Lordy me, you talk about hurt. Oh boy, these people are hurt. Good grief. And I mean, just blatant racism too, man. You can't even, there's no way you can explain that away. But, that shows something. So let's talk about what is political about an all-black halftime. Because nobody seems to talk about politics or when people were talking about how white something was. Well, no, wait. Let's see. What's a little more recent? Oh, I know. Joe Rogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan. And Aaron Rodgers being MVP after saying that he was, what did he say? He was vaccinated. So they're doing the semantics thing. Just like how, like when Sha'Carri Richardson got popped for smoking weed, she just immediately admitted to it. But we got this dirtbag 15-year-old doping culture kid from Russia who, subsequently, instead of taking a downer type of drug, which Oh, for all intents and purposes, for those who aren't aware where Sha'Carri was when she was smoking weed, it was in my state. And if you didn't know anything about the West Coast, California, Oregon, to where I am, where she was just 2 hours south of me. And then Seattle's 2 hours north of me. All of these states, Washington, California, and Oregon, are legal states. Go over to Nevada, I believe they're legal now as well. So, I mean, all over here got legal weed, and they over here like, hey, she smoked a blunt. Do you know how many shops are around Tracktown, USA? So the fact that they even put her in that position was like, that's a joke. And now they're trying to explain it away. Well, it wasn't really the Olympic people. It was the Americans that did it. Well, okay, well, the American Doping Agency definitely need to be speaking up now, because if you guys shut this sister down, don't you think somebody needs to be coming up and saying something on this behalf of an American runner who had her hot streak absolutely snubbed from these dirtbag haters? Yeah. Well, here's another thing that we gonna get into tonight, because, man, and it's a good thing, man. Thank you, Conscious, because actually I'll be able to use you for a talking point tonight. So you can debate about what I actually deliver. See, when you know how people get down, they're so eager to go at other black folks. Go debate a white man, like I can, and shut him down and watch him have to go erase everything that he was talking about because he couldn't make me look foolish. And then they'll report my stuff and got me banned off of TikTok. Why? Because I can thoroughly prove that white privilege exists. And the way that I worded it, again, I don't know what the hell people think wordsmith means. So it was worded the way I wanted it to be. If y'all have noticed, family, those of you who have followed me on social media, I can speak right in front of these people and you will absolutely understand exactly what I'm talking about. Then people will look at that post and be like, I don't get it. Y'all just sitting up here commenting like, oh yeah, 100, 100. I make totally, yeah, that's facts. White folks be coming in there like, I'm not really understanding the meaning of this post. Sometimes some of my posts are so on point that they'll just blatantly just tell me to take it down. Oh, this is divisive. Take it down. We ain't together in the first place, my man. Nah, if you want to be together with me, then we have to be whole. And until I get broke off some reparations in protected class, which, I heard somebody say this in one of those spaces too. It's like, if I didn't know any better, I think I was hearing the Dr. Martin Luther King Reparations Plan or the Reparations Act. Which, hey, man, but please, 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 when you use my shit, give credit where credit is due. You dig? That's all I can say. Just don't go willy-nilly out here and start using people's talking points and, let's not do that. Let's have some decorum, etiquette, tact, and conduct ourselves with respect in these spaces. And if you cannot, then, well, for me, I'm easy at sidestepping nonsense. That's why I won, See, that's why you're seeing what you're seeing now, because now people know you ain't getting no attention from me. Like, there's not going to be no beef, because anyway, I'll be punching down. So that makes me the bully. Like, no, I just had to address what I needed to address, and I'm done with it. Like, man, See, that's the whole point of being irrelevant. What can I like? What? I don't know. Send me a paper plane and let me know what you actually have on your mind that I could possibly debate you about. I don't know. I mean, you ain't blocked from my email. You can send me an email. Send me a subject matter. I haven't blocked anybody from my email. I haven't seen you there. allrealtruth@gmail.com. See, people want to show out and then they went, oh, yeah, you could do all of that in this chat, but you know where to find me. I sat up here the fact that you can even pop up in my chat tell you the truth, partner. So, I mean, man, and you out here, this other woman over here, Beatzilla acting like a bitch. Lord. Man, let me tell you something. Y'all better be careful of these people out here in these spaces. And this is why I like it. If y'all wonder why people be keeping reserved to themselves, there's a lot of nuts out here, family. There's a lot of these stalker types that the stands or the single white female types, the I wish I could be hers or the I wish I could be him's. And man, it's never underestimate yourself because there's always somebody out there looking to be like, well, they don't see you as how you're seeing you. You feel me? So if you think that, hey, I don't know why anybody would be jealous of me, they know. So, sometimes you just have to accept it what it is. Some people just jealous all by themselves. Be jealous of people they don't know. Somebody was made a moderator before me. Yeah, I'm mad. You're going to be upset that a woman is made a moderator before you, dude. Looks like I dodged a bullet, huh? Anyway, moving right along. This situation here with the Sha'Carri. Another thing I wanted to notice with this Camilla V, the little 15-year-old cheater. Let's just call it the cheater. We just gonna call her because I ain't even worried about learning her damn name. So Camilla Cheater, she's the 15-year-old doper that got the 3 different dopes. One of them is illegal in the sport. They're all performance enhancing, and as a cocktail, it's basically let's ride the line. But so if you're putting 3 medicines together, yeah, a person's really willfully trying to cheat. You're smoking a blunt and then going to run track. I've never known, what are we talking about? Popeye now? Really? So she can't run because she's smoking because of her deceased mother, to which she learns about at a damn track meet that she just won, getting ready to go to the damn Olympics. Come on, man. And this girl is a straight up enhancement doper. Look, man, she's a minor. She's a protected class. Add insult to injury. Good Lord. Oh, well, she's a protected class. Screw this black bitch. I mean, woo, they do us so dirty. They do us so dirty. She's smoking weed. He said, Dale just spit my drink all over my keyboard. Deneen soul. I mean, because it's so crazy. Like, and the white man, we finna get into this tonight because we just need to expose some of these sidewalk suckers out here that, it sounded cool a few months ago, but I have to say, this story done been out for 6 weeks. Family, I want y'all, if there is anyone in my chat that can Google right now, ESPN on Camilla, whatever her name is, if you can find me a video of her being talked about by the people of ESPN, or was it you need to quit it, Skip, Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. Like, see, we should have heard something 6 days, right? So they're just, family, I'm just asking if y'all can just Google for me real quick and just see if there's any video of them talking about it. Maybe if Stephen A. Smith even trying to, maybe. Because I'm telling you, right before, when I was getting ready for this broadcast, I was trying to find, I had to look at her name and put it all in, right? Looking for one video from ESPN's commentators talking about this cheating ass little girl. Not one, family. Not one in 6 days. Now she's been allowed to go 2 days. This is Wednesday. You got Monday, Tuesday to report on this. They ain't got no smoke for this little girl. But
supposed to do.
You can't smoke weed. Period.
No, I'm allowed not to do, and I still made that decision. But not making an excuse or looking for any empathy in my case, but just however.
Who are you, Snoop Dogg in the green room? I mean, what the hell is going on?
And people don't understand what it's like to have to. Or people do. We all have our different struggles. We all have our different things we deal with.
Millions of dollars, and you can't stay off the weed?
It's never been a steroid.
I want to hear that.
The charge and what the situation was marijuana.
What we gonna do? We gonna encourage kids to do it now?
I'm not encouraging anybody to do it. I'm not saying, oh, don't do it.
Everything eviscerated, thrown away, confiscated, taken from you because you can't stay off the weed?
I just say, don't judge me because I am human.
You can't smoke weed. Well, you're not supposed to be able to take steroids either, dude. But I mean, she's 15 and I mean, her little life can be ruined and she's just in tears because she's so young and didn't know she was taking a cocktail of steroids. Lord. See how they do? See how they do? You got, I mean, just, and that's multiple videos of him going in on her, right? Straight up sucker. Where's this video? Where's this? Let me see. Let me find this video for y'all. While I'm looking for this video, family, please hit the like button. Let's see, that's that one. Where we at? I know I got this joint somewhere. Come on now. Got to be kidding me. All right. I will do. I'll do this. So let me see here. I'm going to do this one first. Millions of dollars. Russian couldn't stay off anti-doping drugs. Right. Check this out, family.
In Beijing. Investigators say that Russian figure skater, 15-year-old Kamila Valieva, listed 2 legal substances on an anti-doping form before her case started getting all of this global attention. Let's get right to our special correspondent for the Olympics. This is Andrew Martin in Beijing for us to give us the latest developments. Andrew.
So, Adrian, 2 oxygen boosters. Now, they're legal substances, but it begs the question, if you now had 3 substances in your system, can you really claim as part of your defense that you accidentally mixed up your medication with your grandfather's heart medication? And that's the question that people are asking here in Beijing tonight. She is a minor. She is a protected person. That's the reason why they have and are allowing her to compete. But yeah, now 3 substances have been known to have been in her system. As you mentioned, she did disclose 2 of them, the 2 that are legal. The World Anti-Doping Agency says that they are legal, even though I think one of them was supposed to be banned, or at least somebody anticipated trying to ban one of those substances. The bottom line is it's now not 1, but 3 substances. And so people are just learning about this now in Beijing. And as you can expect, there was an outcry to kick her out of the competition until a full investigation is complete. So we don't have all the information yet, but we're still getting more pieces to the puzzle.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of News Nation.
He said a bunch of males playing. I know that's right. So let me get this other one in here. Shameful. Let's see. Okay, so let me also play this one.
Right, now to some major news from the Winter Olympics. It concerns 15-year-old Russian figure skater Kamila Valieva. Garrett joins us back on set. Tell us what the latest developments. This is an intriguing and very complex story.
Yeah. I think that the simplest form is that she is actually now being cleared to compete in the Games. She's obviously competed in a team event at which the Russian Olympic Committee won. I say won, didn't get the gold because the medals haven't been given out. But a hearing today, well, it was yesterday and then concluded today by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. CAS have ruled that she is eligible to continue to compete at the Olympic Games. So she's due to compete in an individual event tomorrow, and that concludes on Thursday. She's kind of the red-hot favourite going into the Games. How obviously, the last week will affect her, we wait and see. But she's already been back on the ice, practising today. The reason why the Court of Arbitration for Sport came to their conclusions today were for a number of reasons, but it all centred around exceptional circumstances. And those exceptional circumstances surround her age. She is just 15 years old. She, under the sort of a number of code of conduct within sports governing bodies and federations, she's a protected person. She could face irreparable harm were the suspension to be upheld or continued, i.e. she'd be banned from the Games, and also not her fault that the sample which she's tested positive for was only made. She was only told about it on February the 8th. She gave.
Y'all hear this crap? Y'all hear this bullshit right here? So, and this is on an international level. See, this is why I want to make sure that y'all are paying attention to this type of crap. And so this is how, and make sure, I guess, obviously they're just having the black people stay quiet because, we just don't know how to do it. So yeah, while everybody on international media is talking about it, the coons over there at ESPN and Fox Sports News ain't touched this story. You can Google it and you can't find nothing. You go through YouTube trying to find a video, it ain't there. They have no smoke for this little 15-year-old cheater. And she's a stone cold cheater. You hearing she's cheating, but listen to how they trying to clean it up.
That sample on December the 25th at the National Championships, Russian National Championships. The sample went off to an independent laboratory in Stockholm in Sweden, which should have been upon them, but also the Russian Anti-Doping Agency, knowing she was going to an Olympic Games. Right, we've got an athlete with a test that's, they didn't know it's positive. Let's get this done quickly before she travels to Beijing. No, it happens the day after she's competed. So it's created an unnecessary storm, which the CAS have decided is not her fault, along with her age and the fact that it could do irreparable harm to her.
I'm sorry, what irreparable harm comes to a person who is actually trying to cheat the game? So letting her compete while cheating could do irreparable harm to her? Transracial papers. I mean, just a plain damn cheater.
That's where we are with what's happened today. It's clearly caused, a lot of people don't necessarily agree with the decision. But in terms of what the CAS have done,
look at how like he's trying to look all somber and oh man, people don't like it, but what can we do? I mean, hey. Oh, and this is what international white privilege looks like on the Olympic scale. So now they're making excuses, understanding what it's all about. And now they're just going to make straight up excuses for it, talking about irreparable damages because she's a protected class. I keep hearing this protected class thing. That almost sounds like a slap in the face to black folks. Maybe I'm wrong. I doubt it.
they've had to look at the facts they believe are centred to the case, and they allow her to continue at the Olympic Games now.
So what will the ramifications be of this decision then?
Well, you've got to go back to last week to begin with, because she competed with her team, the Russian Olympic Committee team. I just want to gratify, there are, again, another iron in the story. I'm not calling it Russia, the Russian Olympic Committee. They are banned from competing at these games as Russia. They can't have their flag, they can't have the Russian anthem, Russian national anthem. They're banned from these games because of systemic and historical doping at the Sochi Games of 2014. So...
Ooh-wee. And Silver Tulip, I see what you said. You said, greetings, we are a protected class, so we gonna protect ourselves and do what we need to do legally in this justice system of racist Sambo and Mammy to our, I'm not sure what that means, HAI, our classification. No, I could totally agree with that. But take it from me. When it's black, there is no thing as legal. The only thing that's legal when it comes down to black folks is the Dred Scott decision. There's when you meet legal. Because, been there, done that. I don't know if you have caught that, me telling my story here. But, I can speak from experience. Legal only means legal for white folk. You did. I wish it did mean and actually protect us. I sure wish it did. That would have helped me out a ton.
You know, it just adds to sort of the problems and the image that Russia, the Russian Olympic Committee, have at these games. The ramifications being is they competed in a team event last week. They won it. USA second, Japan third, Canada fourth. But the medals haven't been given out because of this doping controversy. Let's hear from the IOC now about what's going to happen on that front.
It's not about the medal ceremonies or future ceremonies.
Oh, really?
And I guess for us and for all of you, this is an unsatisfactory situation. This will not be sorted out by this decision. This will not be sorted out by this decision. And by the way, and it's a dilemma we're all in, and it's something we're not happy with, that will not be probably sorted out here during these games. And it's something that is regrettable, but we have to follow the process of CAS and the legal process.
So many elements to this. What's the reaction been like?
Mixed, I think is probably an understatement. Really clear, just to sort of what Mark Adams there from the IOC said, is that the case today just determines whether she's eligible to compete at these games. We are just at the beginning now of finding out whether she has doped or not, and whether she was at fault. And unfortunately, this is not going to be resolved during the games. That's
you stick with the piss that she gave that disqualifies her? When does that change? When does that part change? You got dirty piss. How on earth do you get a chance to still stay and play? Talking about we haven't figured it out yet. Well, because she's disputing it to play. But now you got everybody else who now gets to compete with a damn cheater. But our sister could not run because she smoked a blunt. This is a damn shame.
Why it's slightly unsavoury, because some people are thinking, is there a dope cheat competing amongst us here? And it's going to take some time. What happens now, again, because she's a 15-year-old, is that WADA now begin an investigation where they look into her entourage. That means coaches, doctors, physio, any sort of adults who are working around her, people that could be responsible for her, because you have to ask the question, does a 15-year-old know they are knowingly doping? That's a question that has to be asked here. Coming back onto sort of the reaction.
Family. Who's old enough to remember that 16-year-old tennis player from Russia who is always getting caught with the DUIs and all of that? What's the difference in this 15-year-old? Not all of a sudden, she's 15. She doesn't know. What's this? Oksana Bayul? Is that her name? That 16-year-old girl that always was getting caught with either cocaine or DUIs, drunk with drugs. Yeah, well, you know, who knows what she would probably do? I mean, she probably doesn't even know. Stop it. I mean, I'm old enough to know the Corey Hames and the River Phoenixes and all of these people. These people were high as hell on cocaine, doing kid movies. Drew Barrymore. We from that generation. You ain't finna tell me that these little white kids don't know what the hell they taking when they're on the big stage and big time. Bullshit. Hell no, you ain't finna convince me of that. All that Studio 54 access type living, and all of a sudden she may not have known what she. Stop it. No. She's the biggest thing going over there in Russia. Miss me. Y'all giving her everything she want to get. Tell me about it. Family, I'm going to show you something that's really going to piss y'all off. Oh, when I seen this, I was like, ooh, I'm going to play this on my boy. Y'all going to be pissed.
I'm just going to stick to two countries here, because this is playing out on just beyond sport, beyond the Olympics, but a geopolitical stage where the United States and Russia are continuing their diplomatic row. It always spills over to the Olympics. History's shown it has on multiple occasions. It's spilling over again. Right, the Russian Olympic Committee's reaction to this today is tomorrow we'll be rooting for her. That's what they've said, because their skater, Kamila Valieva, is competing tomorrow. The figure skating president, the Russian figure skating, is saying, I'm happy for Valieva and glad that common sense and justice has prevailed. Now, you can imagine the view from the United States is completely the polar opposite. We've had the chief executive of the US Olympic and Paralympic Committee is basically saying, disappointed by the message, athletes have the right to know that they are all competing on a level playing field. And then the head of the US anti-doping agency, a man called Travis Tyhart, who we've spoken to many times on Sky Sports News. I'm just going to completely just say one sentence he says here. Russia has hijacked the competition and stolen the moment from clean athletes and the public, and he states it as being the 6 games in a row they have done this. So strong words from the Russians.
Facts. And family, with that being said, let me show you how they just how the system tends to wipe things away with visual effects. Look at me, I'm in tears. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Are you getting this? Are you getting all of this? Are you getting all of my tears? Are you watching? The camera rolling. Oh, my tears. Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain. Oh, Lord. Thank you for letting me skate. The camera's rolling. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh, God. I mean, this is... You talking about crying white woman. Jesus. Oh, painful, painful, painful. Let me see. Do I have this other video down here for y'all? Because I need to get this joint in here because y'all need to hear her speak too. Oh, there it is. There it is. I knew I had it. Let me show you. Let the cheater speak. And then I'm going to go back and we're going to revisit Marcus Wiley and his takes on Sha'Carri. And then we're just going to kind of examine the differences on how people are treated. You dig? So let's see. Let's get this little cheater in here and get her in the queue. Got white woman tears. Oh, in the first, let's play this first, and then I'm gonna play her.
Irreparable harm and the relative balance of interest as between the applicants.
Oh, back that up there, buddy. See, we keep talking about irreparable harm. Who brought that into the mix? So for her having to face the consequences of her actions and not being able to do it again, they're saying, oh, well, yeah, you know, she might lose her window. Oh, like somebody who is on a hot streak and still is in the process of getting perfecting their craft. And then Queen Abadiah did a broadcast, yesterday or earlier today, somebody hopped in there talking about, well, she came in there ninth in one race. After all of this is going on, yeah, stuff like that tends to happen when you're not on your A game. But of course, you wouldn't know that because you have never been in that person's type of shoes. So when you have to have your A game ready and be ready to show up on Johnny on the spot, sometimes those things happen. But here's the important part to always remember. She was in the race and you wasn't. Everybody will be out here talking shit like they pros. It's amazing to me. You ain't put your foot to nothing. You ain't put your foot on their track. You got, oh man, she's this, she's that. Woo-wee. Boy, the things that people gravitate toward is amazing to me.
The panel considered fundamental principles of fairness, irreparable harm, and the relative balance of interest as between the applicants and the athlete who did not test positive during the Olympic Games in Beijing, but is still subject to a disciplinary procedure on the merits following her positive anti-doping test undergone in December 2021. In particular, the panel considered that preventing the athlete to compete at the Olympic Games would cause her irreparable harm in these circumstances.
Fairness. So is it fair that she gets to compete with other people who haven't doped? Is that fair? She's literally taking performance enhancers. Where's the fairness in that? That doesn't make any sense now, does it? So check this out.
Уже не хватает эмоций, то есть я радуюсь, но при этом я уже эмоционально устала, и поэтому слезы счастья, наверное, и небольшого огорчения, но при этом я безусловно счастлива. находиться на Олимпийских играх и стараться представлять нашу страну. И буду надеяться, что я это буду делать максимально настроюсь и покажу свои результаты. Я сидела 7 часов. У нас был один перерыв 20 минут, и я сидела, наблюдала. Это было...
So what? Who cares? We understand there for so many hours. Oh my God. I mean, come on now. See, this is, okay, we need you to really play up the tears because, you know, you're young and you're white, and we got to make sure that we got all of those people in around the world getting sympathy for you. Lord.
Сложно очень, но это, видимо, один из моментов, из этапов, которые я должна пройти. Я, когда открываю Инстаграм, я вижу, сколько добрых пожеланий, сколько веры. Я видела даже в Москве билборды с «Ками, мы с тобой» или «Камила, мы с тобой». И это очень приятно, и в такое сложное время для меня эта поддержка очень важна для меня. Тренеры меня поддерживают, все окружение меня поддерживает. Марк тоже поддерживает. Хорошо, что он тоже остался. Я думала, что я буду одна, но самые близкие мне люди меня никогда не бросят.
Miss Me, thank you. Shout out to you, Miss Me. Thank you for the donation. Peace, blessings, power, and protection be up on you. Thank you so much for your donation. Much appreciated. So your family, y'all see how they're doing the whole crying white woman thing, right? And they're really going out of their way to pour it on thick with this sister. With this little girl who is clearly, you don't end up with 3 different medicines, one being a banned substance, but all 3 of them together are absolutely helping you be enhanced in your performance. It's helping you with stamina. Because let's be clear, it's heart medicine for an older person. So that's probably helping your circulation and whatnot going on. So, man, please. And let's be clear. Here's where she's messed up anyway. Because, yeah, it's a heart medicine, but most heart medicines are steroids. So, I mean, it's heart medicine. It's a steroid. That's what you're trying to get away with. They're trying to walk around. So they're telling you it treats angina. Yeah, but it's a steroid. So, yeah, we see what it do. But at the end of the day, it's a damn steroid. She knew that. I mean, and here's the thing. Sha'Carri can't run, and their excuse now, well, that's America. That's different. America stopped there. You know, this is the international people. That's different. Don't give a damn. There should be a one across the board policy. So if that's the case, then America's anti-doping policy crap needs to go. And they need to leave that to the international people as well. Because what the hell we look like stopping our own people from running when they're going to sit up here and on an international level, let somebody go, get on the ice who got steroids in her pee. Cloudy P, steroid P. How does one, she's going to run track. This one's going to get on the ice. Which one would be helping compete, THC or steroids? Man, ain't not really the same. I mean, come on, don't you know the difference? And I mean, so I just had to revisit some sucker niggas because that's what this was. It was some sucker shit. And, this type of madness needs to be called out because we have too many people willing to always go willy-nilly at black folks, just like you seen Conscious Outlaw try to do in my chat tonight. And try to be a distraction or operate in the place of a buffer. Because see, when you're knocking on the door and starting to push an envelope and start making things, that's when you start seeing how people start acting different. And it's like, oh, okay, we back to looking at how to distract everybody's attention from getting tangibles to focus on absolute empty intangibles. Clout on a Twitter space. Man, in my Twitter space. Man, I'm got clout. Don't you see me shining over here? They all giving me attention. Family, if a person has to drop names while they ranting on you in your DMs or emails that you don't actually respond to, but nonetheless, if they're doing that, then that right there gives you the true understanding where they're coming from. It's all about attention with that person, and it is what it is. Now, let's get to this Marcus Wiley thing, man. And like I wanted to point out, it's been 6 days since we done heard about this girl. You were seeing international news talking about this cheater. But old Stephen A. Smith and all of these ESPN do nothing now worthless Negroes who we now see, oh, okay, you guys swallowed your tongue for almost a whole week. While every national press has covered this story, it's actually sports. They could have also covered the halftime blowback. You notice you haven't seen much about that. That's only been us putting that out there. There's no big major news stories talking about all of the anti-black racism that came from the response of the Super Bowl. Right after they made Aaron Rodgers MVP, I guess that wasn't good enough. I mean, hell, he was able to lie and go get his job. Joe Rogan ain't had to pay a dime to nobody. He ain't got to go to no We Shall Overcome museum and seminars. Nah, he get to keep his money. He ain't even put his money into no grassroots organization or nothing. Nah, get to keep his dollars. He just say, nigga, all he want to, and it's all good because you got these brain dead Negroes out here caping for him. Here's the problem. Every other group, when somebody says something disparaging about them, they let that person who does something disparaging fix it. Unfortunately, in our community, black folks are so busy jumping out in front of everybody who offends us that they will never let this person show that they are sorry themselves because black people want to make them feel some kind of way about how good our humanity is as black people and we forgives you. I don't really think he was racist all the million different times you seen him saying nigga. Oh, man, I know this, brother. He's uncool, man. That's my nigga. This is where we at with it. And remember, why can't black folks see? Black folks just can't get together with one another. Yeah, because you too busy trying over to caping for people like that. You over here busy voting for people like Joe Biden. And then if somebody says don't vote for Joe Biden, then you automatically go in your brain, well, you must be against your party. And see, that's how brain dead your ass is. We're talking about getting tangibles for black people. Guess what party that is? Neither. How hard is it for you to grasp? Obviously, it's very hard. It's very, very, very hard for you to understand. Us as black Americans, foundational black Americans, the descendants of American chattel slavery, those people who are demanding reparations and to be a protected class, us, yeah. We need some tangibles, man. We don't need no kumbaya, nothing. We need to be broke off. And anybody that's still telling us that we should just vote for Joe Biden, man, and you just want Trump in. One thing's for certain right now, Trump ain't in office. And we don't even know if he gonna run again. Who give a damn? We talking about justice for us right now. We're still getting gunned down in the street, and we're still having being targeted for all kind of anti-black laws by this jackass that y'all couldn't figure out was just a savvy-ass racist. And guess what? 40 years in politics, you know how to really work it, but does that change it? You guys are so gone that somebody can say, and here's the one thing that, family, anybody that talk that Trump shit to you, you ask them this. Tell me, did Donald Trump say negative about Black Americans? And don't tell me about what he did when he wasn't president. When he was still a Democrat, mind you. See, everybody like, well, man, Trump was that he wanted to Central Park people. You know whose campaign he funded? Lead paint eaters. He funded the Clinton campaign and funded the Clinton organization. Major donor. A lot of the dinners was held at his places. If you didn't know that, that's because you're too young. Or you had your head up your ass when all the rest of us were paying attention to politics. But for those of us who are politically astute enough to know, we understand that Donald Trump being a Republican is a recent thing. He has been a lifelong Democrat and a major hefty donor to Democrats. So him jumping over into the Republican side is only to cater to what he already knew about all white Americans. I don't know how y'all overlooked that. He knew that they had racists in both parties. He knew how to galvanize the others because these want to hide their racism. But I know how to get these old blatant tobacco chewing, full teeth having, rednecks. I know how to get them riled up. That's all he did. And then you had these brain dead Negroes talking about Donald Trump, man. Donald Trump, man. Donald Trump a racist. Donald Trump was the biggest contributor to the Clinton campaigns than you'll ever know. So that just goes to show about how much your ass know. And it's always some dummy that ain't been paying attention to politics for more than 5 minutes other than what their pastor or their mama told them to vote for. You voting Democrat because somebody told you to. What policy I got adults that can't tell me about a damn policy because Biden didn't have to run on policy, so he never told you anything. The only policies that he ever offered was going to be for everyone else. And then we got these sucker-ass niggas, Congressional Black Caucus, out here ready to sell us out moment one they get. Or like people you seeing in my chat. Let somebody throw some money in a bag at one of them individuals. They be up in here telling everybody else's business. Because ain't that right, Conscious Outlaw? That's what y'all do. Y'all be passing people's phone numbers around and stuff. And then sending emails threatening about, I'm going to expose your real names and all of this. Ain't that how that works, brother? You said you want to debate who now? Some young punk somewhere said, what about who? You're not equipped for that challenge, sir. Because
every time I have always played the fool.
Moving on.
We all have our different things we deal with, but to put on a face and have to go out in front of the world and put on a face and hide my pain, who are you? Who am I to tell you how to cope when you're dealing with a pain or you're dealing with a struggle that you never experienced before or that you never thought you would have to deal with? So Marcellus Wiley, I know we talk track more than any other show. What is your reaction to Sha'Carri Richardson potentially missing the Olympics over a failed drug test?
Yeah, my first reaction is I'm actually relieved because of the circumstances. I'm going to be real about this. I owe her an apology that mentally I was having a conversation thinking when the news broke that it was performance enhancing, steroids, etc. And then it came out to be weed. And then I realized, oh, okay, I know what's going on right here because I've been through this situation before. I did lose my mother while I was still an active player in the NFL. And you know what it didn't give me? A license to ill. It did not give me a license to break rules and restrictions. The thing about this one is so many players that used to smoke weed and play, I had teammates as well. There's a Percy Harvin quote out there that says it wasn't a game he played in 9 years that he wasn't high. Percy Harvin. So I know that this has always been around the culture. Let's talk about the circumstances. Because the guys who used to play and used to get high used to always say, don't pay the stupid tax. And what is the stupid tax? That means you know when they're going to test, and you also know the amount they're going to test for. Don't get caught. So in this situation, I'm looking at Sha'Carri, and I'm saying simply, you got two choices, not three. You thought you had a third. Don't smoke weed, whatever the marijuana, edibles, whatever you're on, or smoke it and don't get caught. But then in this world today, there's a third option, I think. That is being feelings driven. It's being driven by your own justifications of behavior. And it's really reversing the equation of logic. So people are going through their own circumstances. I went through my circumstance and losing my mother. And then because they're going through that circumstance, they think that is now going to empower them to do what they want to do. And that's not how the world works. We talk about this situation right now. It's unfortunate. It certainly is a trivial conversation about the legalization of weed in America and in sports. We'll get to that. But the point is, I'm sorry, you knew the rules, you broke them, you got to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, there's so much to unpack here. I will start by saying this. You could submit that Sha'Carri's support staff and society failed her in not adequately providing her athletically legal ways to grieve and to cope with the loss of her mother, as I'm sure she's still trying to do. Now, with that being said, there are stupid rules in sports.
Okay.
But you still have to adhere to the stupid rules in sports, regardless of how stupid they are.
Yeah.
Before.
How many of y'all think he's about to put his foot in his mouth? How many of y'all right now believe he is about to stick his foot right in his fat mouth?
There was Sha'Carri Richardson. There was a man by the name of Christian Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why we ain't talking about Christian Coleman? Because he's suspended right now.
Yeah, he gone.
And he's suspended because of a stupid rule. In track and field, if you have a whereabouts failure, 3 of them over 12 months, you get suspended. Christian Coleman had a whereabouts failure. As an Olympic athlete or an aspiring Olympic athlete, you have to update your location whenever and wherever you travel to. Because if a drug tester comes to your home and you are not there, strike one.
Mm-hmm.
So Christian Coleman, reigning world champion in the 100 meters. He's not going to be at the Olympics this year because of a stupid rule. Gabby Thomas, the fastest living woman to run the 200 meters. She just ran the fastest time ever, second to FloJo. She was provisionally suspended because she had a whereabouts failure. 3 of them. If not by the grace of an Uber receipt showing that she was home when the drug tester said she wasn't, we would not be seeing her, the fastest woman alive in over 200 meters, running at the Olympics. Yeah. A stupid rule. But you got to adhere to stupid rules.
Kind of interesting, and he's not even paying attention to what the hell he's saying. So you're identifying black players, black athletes. Use one white random one. And that person had repeat offenses of not being there for dope. And also that person, if my memory serves me correct, was actually under suspension before for a questionable piss test. So again, this is apples and oranges. And yet and still, this dude is still up here. And all of this going overboard, all this going overboard, oh man, all the way. And it's the rules. It's the rules. It's the rules. Y'all just seen them just totally bend the rules for this little girl because it would have irreparable damages. Reparable damages, man.
Rules. We have seen greater athletes be punished for longer for something lesser because of stupid rules. So the fact of the matter is, regardless of how dumb the rule is, you have to adhere to it. Now, it's a loss for a lot of people. Probably the fans.
Yeah.
Sha'Carri, Nike, the games. It's a loss for a lot of people. But so as I look at it, let's please not make this racial.
Who did that?
Everybody trying to. It's not racial. It is not.
What did I say? Didn't I tell you that he was about to stick his foot in his mouth? Like Conscious Outlaw. Because, see, when you do things like this, and you try to show your ass, like he just did, well, then things like this happen. You get exposed. Tanya Zion, welcome. Because like I said, 6 days this story has been going on about this little white cheetah. And ain't nobody wanting to tackle it over there. They ain't got no smoke for her because this is a long discussion we're hearing about how Sha'Carri shouldn't have smoked weed. But hey, man, let's not make this racial. See, this is all about, hey, black folks, you remember y'all got to be following the rules now. And now when you gonna get up here, you don't be making things about race now. Now, they ain't gonna do you the same way as they gonna do the little white girl, but still, you can't be out there saying it's about race. And my job is to get on TV and get in front of this for massa to make sure that all of you black folks don't get out there and demand that this white girl get kicked out. But at this point in time, this hadn't even happened yet. So what is he doing this for? Oh, he's doing this to make sure that black folks don't look at this and say, if it was a white girl, would she still be getting treated like this? Eight months later, we have the answer. And so, my good coon, sir, here, you are dead wrong. And maybe that's why everybody over there at ESPN and Fox Sports is eating a bunch of crow right now, having to shut up. Because now your masters won't even let you come out and talk about this little cheating ass white girl. 6 days. And on 2 major sports networks, there's no videos online at all like this. You can't find one. Cowards.
An American rule. The rule for her suspension is because of WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency.
Just keeps getting better, doesn't it? Just keeps getting better. I mean, these coons is for real, man. Now, when you want to talk about cooning, this is cooning. See, I don't need to be talking about a person in a space. No, this is a major network that is promoting anti-blackness. So here's how you expose a coon here. It's a coon that's just being used as a shield and a tool to promote anti-blackness. Nothing more, nothing less. So this person really isn't the important part here. The important part is who sent him and why. Get it? I mean, there's coons everywhere. I don't know why you want to spend so much time on that. What you want to know is why is he cooning on TV? And it's time to get people to understand they have always programmed people through TV. So this is different than a random conversation with an angry, faceless troll. You dig? No, this is actually something that's going out there before the masses, trying to promote an ideal that is absolutely false. This is absolutely about race. They did not want Sha'Carri to sit up there and be number one in the world. They also tried to get the other black sister out, if you missed that part too. And if it wasn't for an Uber receipt, they was trying to kick our black ass out too. The two fastest black women in the world almost got kicked out of the Olympics. So it seems to me that they were really going out of their way trying to get these women out anyway. One has an Uber receipt, so she's able to still run. And she had clean piss. Now, we're talking about one girl who has absolutely dirty piss from not even 2 months ago. I don't understand what the debate is. Because at that point, how is that not disqualifying her from another game? You mean to tell me she got dirty piss and now she could go 2 months later, like all of a sudden, all of that stuff that was in her system is gone and has no effect? That's ridiculous. No, this is clearly about race. And this boy here is a coon.
World. It is not about America, and it is not about trying to hold someone down because of their color of their skin or because of...
And that's exactly what they're blaming it on right now. Man, it wasn't the world, it was America. It wasn't the world that stopped Sha'Carri, it was America. See, now they're playing hot potato. Yeah, let's just back this biscuit with biscuit with molasses and curry on it conversation here, because this is ridiculous. And see, when people start talking about how they put immigrants in spaces to talk for black folks, this is one of those elements to where they do that, because this person doesn't have a tie to the community like that. So ain't no telling where this dude is actually from. We know he ain't FBA. So I will say that. And this ain't cool. Now, we can get somebody like, my great-grandmother coming over here that actually fool with FBA, then that's different. But when you dealing with people in this lane that's just ready to get out here and tell black folks what it ain't about. No, that ain't nothing we can ever stand to do.
Stupid rules. We have seen greater athletes be punished for longer for something lesser because of stupid rules. So the fact of the matter is, regardless of how dumb the rule is, you have to adhere to it. Now, it's a loss for a lot of people. Probably the fans.
Yeah.
Sha'Carri, Nike, the games. It's a loss for a lot of people. But so, as I look at it, let's please not make this racial.
Who did that?
Everybody trying to. It's not racial. It is not an American rule. The rule for her suspension is because of WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency. World. It is not about America, and it is not about trying to hold someone down because of their color of their skin or because of their race. There are so many racial issues in society that we have to be very accurate when we try to bring them up. It is not an American restriction. It is a world restriction. So that's the other thing on my first lap that I just needed to clarify.
Yeah, I'm glad that you talked about it in those terms. And you really put the boundaries out there, and I want to expand on those boundaries. One, missing your testing up to 3 times is not even a stupid rule in itself, because the guys who are guilty are intentionally missing those tests.
Could be true.
So no, ain't no could be true.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that. 2.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it. So I'm about to come back in. Yep, I'll be right back. I'll be back in. All right. So they're gonna go ahead and Stop my broadcast, huh? I guess it's ESPN video.